we're having some good playoffs. But I'll tell you one thing. What's up, everybody? It's your man EC1 coming at you with a video. And listen, first of all, have you seen these playoff games, man? I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm having a blast. I can't wait for tomorrow versus the Bills and the Dolphins. You got the Giants and the Vikings. But all these playoff teams, you know what they have one thing in common? They got good coaching. And that's what you need in the NFL. You need good coaching. And if you're not a good coach, you're going out like Brandon Stanley. You're going one and done. You go out like Pete Carroll, not a good coach today, one and done. So I'm so glad the Philadelphia Eagles got a bye because they get to step back and they get to fix their problems. Despite everything that I said this week, I think this Philadelphia Eagles team is in a perfect situation. Jonathan Gannon has something to prove. You know what I'm saying? Well, I give my flax to him, and there's some dick riders who are out here. I'm not going to name names, but I definitely posted about him, and I definitely made a video talking about a dick rider. He is one. You know what I'm saying? You want to tell me I'm not intelligent because I don't agree with you? Okay, buddy. It is what it is. All right? I'm not going to sit there and act like Jonathan Gannon is this wonderful genius who everybody wants to make out to be when he's not. Do I think that he can overcome those things and get better in the playoffs? Do I think the talent overall makes him better? I do. I think the talent overall makes him better. We've seen it. When he has no talent, he falls flat on his face. The 3rd and 30 was the perfect example of what you need talent around you. When you lost Maddox, you couldn't overcome those things. But Jonathan Gannon also was getting his players back. And that helps, man. You can overcome bad coaching. But did you see the coaching that was bad today? And this is why I'm saying this. When you don't run the ball, you're not winning games. When you're not throwing the ball with precise and accuracy, you're not winning football games. Jalen Hurts, to me, showed me once again that everybody who said he couldn't be this guy and he's not a winner, well, Justin Herbert didn't look like a winner today. Despite the bad coaching, I get it. He looked good, but when you needed him to come through, he couldn't come through. Now, I think Brandon Stanley stinks. And I think Brandon Stanley's awful. Okay, Brandon Stanley absolutely cost this team again. He should be fired. All right, but did you see Doug Pederson? He overcame a 4-interception quarterback that just wasn't on the same page. And he was a good coach, and he came through. He was aggressive. He ran the football when he had to. And he changed up what he had to do to win the game. And that's why I'm talking about good defense and good offense. What do we talk about with the Philadelphia Eagles? I think they got a good head coach. And I think they got an average below defense coordinator that has talent around him. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles need to get Maddox back as possible. And hopefully they can take Gannon all the way to a Super Bowl. And hopefully, he gets a head coaching job. Because like I said, man, when I look at the 49ers, you got to be on point. If you allow the 49ers to walk in there and you don't stop you don't get pressure on Purdy, and you play that conservative BS defense, you're going home. I think the Philadelphia Eagles would have problems if they play the exact same way they've been doing, and that's conservative defense. I need Gannon to step up as a defense coordinator. You got 1 week to sit back, 2 weeks to relax. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the playoffs. But also, I'm glad that the players are watching this, because this should open our eyes of what could come if we do not play a precise game, when we don't hold ourselves accountable. You know what I'm saying? By the way, shout out to Doug Pederson, man. Shout out to the greatest coach, first Eagles Super Bowl head coach to bring us a Lombardi trophy. Listen, I'm telling you right now, the Jacksonville Jaguars are not a team to mess with, man. Despite Trevor Lawrence's bad play, man, Doug Pederson overcomes everything, man. He's just the guy is an it factor, man. He just I'm so glad that he's going somewhere where he has another chance to be a good coach, because I knew that Jacksonville Jaguars were a good coach, a good organization for him. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're still a young team. Listen, this is a young team. You know what I'm saying? They are an upcoming team. And you know what? He's going to verse Andy Reid, hopefully in the playoffs, man. That's going to be a good game. Him and Andy Reid going at it. The student meets the coach. I mean, come on, man. You can't write it any better. Who is a better team? And the Chargers weren't a better team today. They might have been better on talent, but they weren't better coaching. They weren't better players. The Jacksonville Jaguars did what they had to do, and they won the game because they had good coaching. Now, I know that the Philadelphia Eagles coaching are sitting back, and they should be watching this game. Watching this game and understand that you need to run the ball with Sanders. If the fact that you just saw the Jacksonville Jaguars run the ball when they had to and made some tough decisions, they should have lost that game. And the fact that they overcome that, Doug Pederson, shout out to you, man. Very good coaching by him. The Seahawks were absolutely horrible. And that just goes to show you that, you know, you got to be on your A game. The players are very big. And you know what? I think these Eagles are going to come out and fire. Despite Jonathan Gannon's bad play calling, he has talent around him. He should have his players back. So there's no excuses, right? Road to victory. If Jonathan Gannon is so good, then he should be able to go out there, right? And be so good. You talk about, I don't know what I'm talking about. But the same dude that you praise, you know, hey, you know, he's really not a good defense coordinator. The talent alone makes him better. And I think it's funny that you say I don't have no intelligence, because I don't agree with you. When I've given Jonathan Gannon his praise. I've given Jonathan Gannon his credit. I've named Jonathan Gannon multiple times, saying that he has done a good job. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hate on the guy. But he's not a good defense coordinator. Not the style that I like. Now, you might like him, and maybe that's your style. But I'll call people unintelligent when you clearly don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You want to ride these dick riders. You and you Gannon fans want to sit there and you want to praise this guy. That's good and fine. That he should be going out there and we should have no problems, right? We should have no problems. No 3rd and 30s, nothing like that. We should be able to win a Super Bowl with Gannon. So if he's a good defense coordinator, he should go out there and show me in the playoffs that he's a good defense coordinator. I have trust in my offense. But I am very concerned of Gannon. And I'm not going to sit back and I'm not going to rub dicks with a defense coordinator that I know isn't probably going to be back next year. Gannon is gone. And honestly, I want to cry over it. You might, but I won't. You know what I'm saying? But the Philadelphia Eagles, to me, Gannon just, you know, it just shows you that Gannon cannot be conservative in these playoffs. So, when I look at these playoffs, man, you got to be on point. The 49ers are not something to sneeze at. Listen, they're a good team. They got a quarterback that's a game manager, but he is managing the game because he has talent around him. If you make one mistake, you're dead. You're dead. I can't wait to see the Giants tomorrow. I think the Giants are going to beat the hell out of the Vikings. And then I got the Cowboys beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It is a good week if you're Philadelphia. You got 2 weeks of preparation of how to stop these teams. And I can't wait to see who we play. So that is just my thoughts, man. I'm going to definitely stream tomorrow games, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait. Talk to y'all later. Fly goes fly, and peace. Go Birds.